You want to hear this whole saga like I'm just sitting here telling you my own story? No fancy speeches, just me, you, and the truth of how I went from a guy enjoying a quiet life to the main act in a backyard tank battle at 3 a.m. And if you're thinking, that's got to be a joke, well, buckle up, because not even my worst enemies could make this up. So picture this. It's pitch dark, dead quiet, and suddenly I hear a rumble that rattles the glasses in the kitchen. I mean deep, like thunder had crawled under my house. I shoot up in bed, heart pounding before my brain even remembers where I am. Years in the Army wired me that way. You know when a sound is just weird and when a sound is trouble? This was pure, straight-up trouble. I check the clock, green numbers glowing ugly, 3:07 a.m. Sarah's next to me, barely awake. "Is that the garbage truck?" she mumbles, still half in a dream. I'm already out of bed, pulling on yesterday's jeans. "Nope," I mutter. "Not garbage day." And since when do garbage trucks roll with bulldozers? I peek through the curtain just a sliver, and my whole body goes cold, then hot, then cold again. There's a giant puke green bulldozer sitting on my lawn. Headlights on blade kissing my cedar fence. Two guys next to it built like linebackers, black uniforms with cheap little patches. Green Valley Homeowners Association. It looked more like a rejected security gig from some crummy club. And then, there she is, Karen Tran. Pink business suit, arms crossed, grinning like the devil herself. She spots me. Her smile widens, then she gives a little nod. That's all. The driver throws the bulldozer into gear. Metal screeches. The blade bites into my fence. It's the sound of 10 years of sweat and sawdust getting shredded like kindling. I can't even see straight, I'm so mad. This isn't just a fence, it's a decade of weekends of Max and Cooper, our Goldens, chasing each other while I stain the planks. It's safety for my family. And this woman, this cartoon villain, she's bulldozing it at 3 in the damn morning. I run for the front door, Sarah on my heels, pale as a ghost. "John, what's happening?" "No idea, honey. Just chaos." I swing open the door and yell, "What the hell are you doing?" "Get that thing off my property." Karen laughs. Not a nice laugh, a sharp, brittle one. "Official enforcement." "Mr. Martin," she shouts, sticky sweet. "You were warned about the unapproved stain on your fence. You didn't comply. This is what happens." Unapproved stain. What was I supposed to paint it? Soul-crushing beige. I never got a warning. Never saw a letter. Nothing. I reach for my phone, 911. My hand's shaking so bad I nearly dial my own mother. Someone's tearing down my fence. With a bulldozer. 1216 Willow Creek Lane. The dispatcher bored out of his mind. "Sir, is this an HOA matter?" I blink. I guess so. "But they're on my land. Isn't that, I don't know, illegal?" He sighs. "We don't intervene in HOA disputes. We were notified of scheduled maintenance. You'll have to take it up with them." Click. Nothing. No help. Just me, my wife, 2 barking dogs, and a pink-suited tyrant wrecking my yard. The cops are out. The rules are out. I'm on my own. I watch as the blade smashes another plank. Max and Cooper are howling, bouncing off the living room windows. My wife's hands are shaking. I've never felt so helpless. Except there's something else. Another sound. Not the bulldozer, not barking, not my own heart. A whine high and sharp rising from the garage, and suddenly in the middle of all this I start to smile, because Karen Tran just kicked the wrong hornet's nest. You need to know 2 things. 1, my name's John Martin. Spent 20 years as a master sergeant in the Army. Tank commander. Not the biggest guy in a room, but I've seen more than my share of fights. I retired for peace and quiet. Wanted a house a yard good, neighbors thought Green Valley was it. 2, my son Alex, 14. Not your average teenager. Doesn't care for TikTok, doesn't skateboard, doesn't even like sports. What he loves machines. He's taken apart everything I own at least twice, put it all back together better than before. A couple years ago, I got this wild idea, found a decommissioned M1 Abrams tank online, mostly stripped, just the shell. It was a project something crazy for us to tackle together. Sarah thought I'd lost my mind. Alex thought I was the best dad on the planet. Took us years. Rebuilt the engine, the wiring, even the lights. Freedom, we called her. Wasn't a weapon anymore, just 60 tons of history and pride parked in the garage, our little secret. So when I hear that turbine whine, I know exactly what's happening. Alex isn't in bed, he's in the garage, he's firing up freedom. And now I'm not angry, I'm laughing. Karen doesn't know it, but she just lost the game. The garage door grinds open. Bulldozer headlights swing toward it. Karen and her goons stop, jaws hanging open as my tank rolls out, treads crushing splinters. The earth shakes. The main cannon, deactivated, still looks like the finger of God. Alex's voice booms over the tank's speakers. Calm, steady, you are trespassing. Vacate immediately. 1098. The muscle guys throw down their tools and bolt. Bulldozer driver follows, sprinting down the street. Karen freezes, then stumbles to her car, fumbles the keys, peels out like a scene from a comedy. Just me, my family, and a tank alone on a field of shattered cedar and broken rules. Sarah's gripping my arm so hard she nearly cuts off the blood flow. Did Alex just... Yeah, he did. My boy, the tank commander. You'd think it ended there, right? Villain runs off, hero wins, credits roll. Not even close. Because Karen Tran isn't the kind of person who lets embarrassment slide. She screamed out her window as she drove away, "You'll be in jail by sunrise." And honestly, for a moment I believed her. Sun comes up. My front yard looks like a war zone tank parked like some kind of suburban art installation, flower beds untouched but fence demolished. My phone blows up. Turns out someone filmed the whole thing. Now I'm famous. News vans everywhere, reporters swarming. Suddenly the quiet I craved is a memory. Cops show up finally. 2 young officers. They don't know what to do with a man, a tank, and a neighborhood feud. I explain everything: bulldozer, fake security, Karen's order. I keep it calm. Army style. While I'm talking, here comes Karen, different suit, lawyer in tow. She points, shrieks. "He threatened my workers with a tank. Arrest him." Her lawyer's oily smug. "My client was enforcing community rules. Mr. Martin responded with illegal force." The cops freeze. They can't arrest her, civil matter. Can't arrest me. I'm on my own property. Instead, they impound my tank, tells me not to move it. So now I'm stuck. The whole world watching Karen's lawyer circling my family prisoners in our own home. And that's when Fred shows up. Neighbor retired mailman, looks like Santa if Santa lived in Arizona. He's got a plate of cookies and a story. Apparently Karen did this before, ran the last HOA president out using lies and intimidation. But the real rules, Fred whispers the charter. Old man Henderson had it. Leather book, real law. Alex, meanwhile, is deep in his laptop. Daddy calls, there's nothing about fence stains in the bylaws, and that bulldozer company, Karen's husband, owns it. My stomach drops. This wasn't about the fence, it was about money. About buying up houses cheap, using rules as a hammer. It all fits. Karen picks a fight, brings her husband's bulldozer, terrorizes folks till they sell. She was after the neighborhood, not just me. I need proof, the charter, the ledger. But with lawyers' fines piling up and the bank threatening to freeze our accounts, Sarah's on the edge. "Is it worth it?" she asks one night. "Maybe we should sell, move, start over." I look at Alex, at our house, at everything we built. And I know if I run from this, what lesson do I leave my son? Stand your ground or you'll run forever. Next morning I make a plan. Need the charter, need Henderson. But I can't leave with reporters everywhere. So I get creative. Call up a reporter, promise an exclusive live interview right in front of the house. At 10 sharp I go out, start talking about the American dream, about a man's home. While everyone's watching, Fred starts an epic fake argument with a news van driver, draws the crowd. Alex's drone keeps me posted. I slip out back into the woods, move fast. Find Henderson's apartment, knock. He's scared. I tell him everything, Karen's schemes, my wrecked fence, the tank, the whole mess. Finally he sighs, lets me in, gives me the leather-bound charter. But then twist, he hands over a little black ledger. Bribes, signatures, evidence. Karen paid people to push out the old board. It's all here. Just then my phone rings. Alex, voice trembling, "Dad, she's back. With a tank." I freeze. What a Sherman, old, probably from a museum. She's got her goons in a tow truck blocking the street. They're trying to chain up Freedom. I run like my life depends on it. Call the cops this time, the city direct line. This isn't civil anymore, I tell them. She's brought a tank, she's blocking a street, I've got proof of fraud and bribery. I don't wait for an answer, just run. I burst through my back gate. My front yard is insanity. Karen standing on her tank screaming through a megaphone. Her thugs with chains trying to wrap up my Abrams. Fred, bless him, waving a garden hose at them, yelling like a wild man. Alex, calm but scared, warning them through the tank's speakers. This is it. I raise the charter and the ledger, high step right into the mess and yell, "It's over." Karen's spotlight from a news chopper lights up the yard. Sirens wail closer. The cops flood in, weapons drawn. Everyone freezes. I hand the book and ledger to the nearest officer. Here's your evidence. Bribes, fake votes, illegal land grabs. All of it. Karen seeing the cops, the news cameras, the proof, she just collapses. Gone is the smug tyrant. What's left is just a broken person. They cuff her. Her goons give up. The street is painted in red and blue lights. The war, because that's what it felt like, is finally over. Justice, yeah, it showed up late, but it showed up loud. Turns out Karen and her husband had been targeting other families too, trying to scoop up property for peanuts. With all the evidence, the DA goes for the jugular. Green Valley gets a new board. Fred is now vice president of block parties, if you can believe it. Fines dropped. Charges dropped. Even the city admits with a sheepish grin that maybe just this once having a tank was a good thing. Alex. The kid's a local legend. He's got a scholarship to engineering school mail from fans across the country. Sarah finally admits the tank was a great investment, though she's still not thrilled about the grease stains in the garage. So peace returns. It's a different kind of peace, though. It's the kind you earn, not the kind you stumble into. I sit on my new porch, look at my rebuilt fence, watch the sunset over a quiet street. Neighbors wave, real neighbors, real friends. And I learned something. Peace doesn't come easy. Sometimes you have to fight for it. Not with fists, but with grit, with standing your ground, with a little crazy if you have to. How far will a man go to defend his home? As far as it takes. I didn't want war, but when it came, I stood up. And if you're ever in that spot when the system, the bully, the whole world is stacked against you, I hope you stand up too. Even if all you've got is a garden hose and a friend in pajamas. Now let me ask you, where's the line? When does standing your ground become too much? And when is it the only right thing left? If you've ever had to stare down someone with more power, more money, more rules on their side, what did you do? Did you stand? Did you run? Or did you find another way? Go ahead, tell me. I think we've all got a story like this waiting for the day we find out what we're really made of.